Will there be a permanent shift towards working from home? Well, in this video, let us discuss the impact of coronavirus, also known as COVID 19, on working from home. So, we are right now dealing with this situation all over the world where this coronavirus is causing a lot of trouble, and it is definitely a problem because we are not really equipped properly to handle these situations where millions of people, not really millions, but hopefully it never happens, but where hundreds of people, thousands of people are infected, and they will be a burden on the healthcare system. So this is really uh, true for all the countries where there is an infection, and countries like China, countries like Italy, they are dealing with it right now. China has already improved because the number of new infections, um, uh, I mean, the number has drastically reduced because they were able to, I mean, they took some measures, but those measures, of course, will not really work everywhere. I mean, it is a bit difficult to justify to do a lockdown. I mean, if it has to be done, government will do it. But yesterday I talked about, or day before yesterday I talked about herd immunity, where the UK government is talking about the infection cannot be really stopped now, and people will get infected. And when more people get infected, they will of course develop immunity, and eventually things will be okay in few months. So let us see how it goes. But today I wanted to talk about the shift towards working from home. So with, I mean, apart from the problems that this coronavirus is causing, like people are doing panic buying, especially in UK, there is a problem because if you go to a store to buy soap or hand sanitizers or maybe things like toilet rolls, they are not really in stock because the moment there is a stock, people just buy them, and people are actually buying them again and again. They are stocking things up in their houses, which is a bit strange because you cannot really, I mean, because everywhere in the news there is this scarcity of things that can happen about, of course, the essential items, and people are just trying to uh, be a bit selfish when it comes to stocking things that are normally required for living a comfortable life. So uh, I also blame the media because I think the way things are shown in the media, it is definitely not really comforting for a lot of people. So apart from all those problems, there is also this thing about working from home. Now, a lot of companies around the world are, or they have already started asking their employees to work from home, which makes sense because if they can work from home, why not let them work from home? It is all uh, about getting things done. If the employees are productive, if they are delivering something, then yeah, let them work from home. But I was doing some research today about this topic on working from home. So my main concern, or my thought was around: are we really ready, or is everyone ready to uh, be in a situation where they spend most of their time working? So I have some big questions, like a big company, a big organization. They have, of course, the tools, and they have processes, and they um, allow people sometimes to work from home. But is it also relevant for small to medium sized companies where working from home is just a matter of, I believe, handing your employees a laptop and just let them do whatever they want to do with the machine. They could be in the office, they could be working from home, they could be working from cafes. It is quite normal for startups, but I don't think it is really uh, a thing that is probably. Uh, I mean, when you talk about working from home, you can work from home when you have a machine. It makes sense. All you need is a laptop and you need a good internet connection. And of course, we have different tools nowadays where you can definitely work from home. But is is it possible for each and every for each and every company, small or big or maybe medium, to do this working from home for a long time? Because you need, of course, the right tools, but you also need some kind of a process or set of processes where the productivity should not go down. I mean, it is a bit difficult for everyone to work from home because they need support from their team members, they need to see their colleagues. So I think these are some of the questions that everyone should be asking, and they should have the answers, or at least they should have uh, some thought behind what will happen if they have to work from home for a longer period of time. The second concern was that, and by the way, I talked about uh, different tools that can help you uh, in working from home. So, in case you have no idea how it how it can work for you, I talked about few tools like very popular common tools like Slack, Atlassian tools like Jira, Google Drive, Gmail, Zoom. So these are like some of the basic tools that will get you started when it comes to working from home. And made a video on this topic. The second question, the second big question was, can the internet cope up with the increased demand? So when a lot of people are working from home, uh, are we really ready to be in a situation where everyone is working from home? So I was reading this article on Independent where this, this article is all about coping up with the increased internet demand. So I'm not sure if this is relevant or not, because if someone is not really working from the office, they are working from home, and I understand that we have a limited bandwidth, uh, but if the person is working from home, uh, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't really have the data. I don't really have any statistics that will talk about how much will it be an impact. But I don't think it will be a massive impact because internet connection is already quite good. And if you're not working from the office, you are working from home, and I think you're probably consuming the same amount of bandwidth. So I think it should be okay. The third quick question was, are people, I mean, how people will socialize in future? So if more and more people are working from home, I think it is something which we should probably think about. I think it is a bit of a concern because working from home is not really for everyone. You need to see other people. You need to basically socialize. You need to go out. You need to go to uh, cinema. You need to go to bar. You need to attend sports events. For example, today I was reading about this article on on banning all the public events like or all the gatherings in Delhi. Although there are like less than 100 cases in India overall, but um, Delhi has stopped all the public gatherings. Uh, I believe the schools are also closed, the colleges are closed, cinemas are closed. The IPL event will also not happen in Delhi. So this is something which makes sense, but if this keeps on, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't take a long time uh, to get into a state where you are probably not in the right state of mind, because you can stay at home maybe for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, but I think after like a week or two, you need to go out. I mean, you need to see other people, you need to socialize. I mean, a lot of people in cities, they live alone. They don't really live with their families, or maybe, I mean, the work life in the office is the life, or the most part of their life. And I, I think human beings need to socialize, and this is something that uh, government should also be, or the organizations, the companies, they should also uh, be aware of, and they should have some solution about this uh, problem of not socializing, not um, uh, interacting with each other face to face. So the similar question was: are people also ready to work from home? For example, we're talking about these tools. We're talking about the tools that you can probably use to work from home, but we also need to set up some kind of an office in our home. Uh, I mean, I don't think people when they we do have like study rooms, we do have a table, but it is not really about just opening your laptop on your dining table. You need to set up a workstation. So I think this is something that people need to be aware of, that if they're working from home is not just about opening a laptop. You need to create an environment, and that is really important because if you don't really have the right environment, you will not be productive. So I was reading this article on Harvard Business Review where there is a there is a the similar question was asked, and what is your company's emergency remote work plan? So apart from the companies, people also should think about if they have to work from home, do they have some kind of a workstation or like a small office where they are working and they shouldn't be disturbed and they should feel like they're working. They shouldn't really feel like they are in home and they are probably just doing work because they have to do work. So working from home is not really about having some vacation. You have to deliver. You have to uh, be productive. So also let us talk about, is working from home an option for all the professions? I don't think so. If you're working in IT, if you're working in a profession where most of the work is done on computer, then it can work for you. But that is not really the case for every each and every profession. For example, if you are a theater artist, if you're a comedian, if the only thing that you do is you see other people face to face and you need to do that, then I don't think working from home can work. For example, I was reading about some movie and some television shows production has cancelled, and it is of course definitely a bit worrying because working from home is not really, definitely not really for each and every profession. But I think there are a lot of aspects where if you're doing something alone on a computer, then definitely you can work from home and you can be isolated if needed. The next question I have is how will people do business? Selling will be difficult. So if you have to sell something, it could be selling soaps, selling pens, or selling solutions, or selling something really big. You need to see people. I don't think people do business online. They do it, but selling. Even right now, selling is all about seeing each other, shaking their hands, having a drink with them, going to their office, inviting them to our office, showing them demos, face-to-face meetings. So I think this is something that is not clear. I don't know how it will work if people are isolated. And to be honest, I'm not really talking about you know a situation where nobody is going out ever. But even if you're not going out for like a month, I think it's a long enough time for someone to go crazy. So I think we should have the answers. And apart from all this, I think who will gain from all this? Because if you're working from home, you will be using few things to keep yourself busy, keep yourself entertained, and um, companies like Netflix, companies like Amazon, and online entertainment streaming services, I think they will definitely benefit because if you're at home, you're not doing anything, you're saving money on your cinema tickets, then all you need to do is you need to open YouTube or Netflix, or you can watch online series to keep yourself um, entertained, and you need to basically make sure that you don't really go crazy if you're just staring the screen. So I think uh, working from home, I mean, especially in the past month, has become a reality for many organizations. And although it may seem good for a lot of people, especially if you're in IT, you like working from home, but I don't think everyone is ready. And I think these questions, uh, I mean, you need to have the answers, and this is relevant for the organizations and also for the people who are working from home. So this is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you probably thought about those questions and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.